Rothschild family is an ancient family that has led power in European culture for hundreds of years. The original source of the New World Order, the Rothschild family saw its influence and control expand during the British Empire, where much of the modern world we knew today was under their control. Today, the Rothschild family operates in the background, sponsoring runoffs and politicians who enact their agenda. Robert Rothschild drafted the Treaty of Rome, which was the basis for the start of the European Union. The family's ancient grasp of power, and their control and influence around the world is still apparent, but the family remains in the shadows. They led others to their main work. The main goal for hundreds of years has been to set up Europe as the leader of the planet. Today, all these entities work to set up the unelected bureaucracy of the European Union as global government, spreading the unit over all nations and mankind.
The Rothschild family brings about George Soros. They helped him start his quantum fund and he becomes incredibly wealthy, with his wealth peaking at almost $30 billion at one point in time. He is forever in their servitude, and he becomes their main source of power and influence around the globe. He runs his own group, Open Society Foundations, which use his vast wealth to influence politics, culture, and promote change in societies around the globe. Open Society Foundation sponsors hundreds of smaller organizations around the globe which all do their part toward a common goal, global governance. The Rothschild family may be prime and center in old European culture, but George Soros becomes the main modern backer of their European Union. This union, which started as a small group of countries, is being spread. This unelected government dictates agendas such as immigration, etc., for all nations it oversees and rules. The European Union, as covered earlier, is a multinational, multi-ethnic, multi-religious global governance plot in disguise, known as the United Nations. Believe it or not, George Soros and some of his entities work directly with the liberal media that you listen to, read, or watch. He funds the internet fact-checkers. Some of these work with social media giants like Facebook, Google and Twitter. News agencies sometimes work directly with organizations he directly finances. His reach and influence are vast and his power around the world is undeniable. The most important first step in creating global governance is breaking down the barriers of East and West, or capitalism and communism. Soros played an important role in this. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia plays a big role in helping the New World Order, and they help them, in turn. Money makes the world go round, and with the largest oil reserves on the planet, Saudi Arabia has been made incredibly wealthy. The planet's dependence on oil has turned the Crown family into one of the richest in the world, and they hold undeniable influence. Saudi Arabia is at the center of the world's power structure. Its largest relationship has been with the United States for decades. Whoever controls Saudi Arabia controls the levers of power and influence in the world. Iran, Russia, and China would love to control and have complete influence over her. Saudi Arabia is also the driving force of the Middle East politically and religiously. It is the driving force of Islam, with Mecca and Medina, two of the holiest sites for Muslims on premise. The royal family, or the House of Saud, does whatever the New World Order wants it to do, whenever they are asked. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia assists in deep state operations, including funding terrorists or helping to spreading refugees. They help by assisting American troops in the war on Iraq. They help the deep state in the revolution in Syria. The Muslim Brotherhood and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia have always had historical ties for decades. Saudi Arabia banned the Muslim Brotherhood in 2014, but this was just for show. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia aids the New World Order by closely working with the Muslim Brotherhood, helping spread Islam around the planet, as the New World Order seeks to attempt to force all humans to coexist and accept each other. The deep state also works with Saudi Arabia to help her control and spread her agenda all over the Middle East, and the globe. The goal is to have a single power controlling and influencing the Muslim world physically, politically, and religiously. This is why proxy wars continue versus Iran, as the two are fighting over control and influence of the region. The House of Saud is one of the largest financiers of politicians in Western nations, donating tens of millions of dollars to recent political campaigns. In addition, it finances mosques and schools across Europe and North America. But this scheme goes even deeper than just the face of the Saudi royal family. Inside the Saudi royal family are traitors that aligned with the Muslim Brotherhood, other Middle Eastern nations and their leaders, who all seek to erase ties to the hated United States and Israel. The Soviets openly funded these nations in their fight against Israel many times.